Gang, one of the most magical experiences you can have in nature is when you find phosphorescence, natural phosphorescence, whether it's glowing fungi on the forest floor, it could be dinoflagellates in the ocean where you flicker it and the water all turns neon. Fireflies at dusk, that's another natural bioluminescence. Or it could be these guys, glowworms. I'm at Mt Tamborine glowworm caves, and we're about to see a world first sanctuary that has been purpose built to be able to grow glowworms successfully, to be able to show them as they naturally occur, and to educate everybody. I'm just going to shoot off now. I'll find Julia, who is the supervisor here, and she's going to tell us all about it. Stand by.
The world's first glowworm sanctuary. There's no others like it anywhere else, not only in Australia but not even in the world. These guys are endemic to Australia and New Zealand. In order to provide these guys with the right home, this artificial cave has been built, so it's a purpose-built structure. And given that glowworms only live in wet, dark areas, that's exactly the environment that we have to provide for them in there, a wet, dark area. We only started out with about 300 or 400 small glowworms that were established inside the cave. Then it was just a matter of feeding them, waiting for them to breed, and hopefully that they would, migrate and fill the whole cave. For these guys, it's all about animal husbandry because we are managing a colony here. So all of their needs need to be met, and feeding and keeping their microclimate suitable for them are the two main keys. So the biggest thing that people are unaware of with this species is just how sensitive they are, and they don't do well with large crowds of people around them, getting up close, breathing on them, poking them, and trying to take photos. They're extremely light sensitive, hence they live in areas that are dark, and they rely on that darkness to glow to attract their food to be able to feed. So if they're disturbed, they turn off their light and then they essentially don't eat. We have got a beautiful revegetated rainforest here that's only about 20 years young. So in another 100 years' time, when the canopy is a little bit more substantial, you could potentially say it might be suitable glowworm habitat. Not at this point in time now. The insect colonies or the insect supplies that we have in the property now are quite substantial, certainly enough for us to maintain this colony, because it is all about getting the right type of insects, and the size of insects and things like that to keep these guys happy. So there's a beautiful lake here that attracts a lot of insects. This rainforest through here is great. There's a lot of insects through here as well. Sometimes we refer to the tour guides here as Uber Eats, because it's a constant supply of insects for these guys to keep them alive, because there are not any natural insects inside the cave. So feeding this colony regularly is critical to keeping them alive. So bringing in a fresh supply of live, free-ranging airborne insects every day, and then they do the rest.
Let's get inside for a look, gang.
Awesome.
Gang, that is unreal. You've got to come and check it out. It's a world first conservation initiative to build this sanctuary for the glowworms, and it's spectacular. It's really interesting, and I'm stoked that we came to visit. Julia,
Awesome.
thanks so much for
Thanks
having
for
us,
coming.
and let's rock the peace sign.